How's it going, folks? And welcome to another video with me. Today I'm doing a live stream in my house. Today we are going to be talking about a short line that I'm located nearby called the Youngstown Southeastern. I have this train magazine that is based off of it. It tells you a little bit about the history of it. Like, let's see here. First piece, and I'm going to describe this as a little bit, just here and there. The first, hello, Em. But, so I'm going to describe a little bit of the history about this railroad. The first piece of the YNS dates back to 1852. Hello, Michael. When Darlington Canal Coal Railroad, otherwise known as DCC, was incorporated in Pennsylvania to build a railroad from the coal mines in the Canalton area to connect with the Ohio and Pennsylvania at Darlington Station. At Darlington Station, coal was interchanged to Ohio and Pennsylvania, which became part of the Pennsylvania Railroad in 1869. What I'm doing, folks, in the live stream, heard to derail due to the switch. What were you talking about derailment for there, Michael? But for those of you who are wondering, this is YNSC GP16 number 1706. I'm doing a brief history of the for those of you just joining, I am doing a brief history of the Youngstown Southeastern Railroad. So let's see. After almost 30 years, the DCC, which was acquired by the New York, Pittsburgh, and Chicago Railway Company, NYPNC, in January 1881, and was extended westward by 9.4 miles to Rogers, Ohio in 1883. Around the same time, Darlington Station was renamed New Galley. In 1885, the short-lived NYPNC was sold to the Pittsburgh, Maryland, and Chicago Railway (PM&C) and built west from Rogers to New Lisbon, Ohio in July of 1886. This brought the total length of the line to 23.3 miles. In April 1896, PM&C was sold, became Pittsburgh, Lisbon, and Western, operating the New Galley to Lisbon line. Sorry about that, folks. So this is just like a brief history. I have literally an entire magazine. Here's Youngstown Southeastern GP9 number 222. And these two locomotives you see right here, I'll actually read them. Hold on. GP11, well, that was GP6, but never mind. 1706 and GP10s, 8343 and 8340. That's these two locomotives right here. Sadly, they're no longer with the Youngstown Southeastern. They got sold off to another short line. But the same railroad, the same for 117 years, you know, this is just like, I don't know, brief history. You can like read it. I'm trying to keep the camera straight. I cannot talk today. Jeez, what's wrong with me? But this was way back before, when I was like a little kid. This is like the entire history of the Youngstown Southeastern. And actually, here's the map. It starts in Graham, where they interchange with Youngstown Southeastern, Norfolk Southern. When was the last time there was a derailment in Columbiana? One just happened not that long ago. But if you look real closely, folks, right here's the old Pittsburgh and is the old Pennsylvania Railroad, and right here is where the CXX line is. That bypasses, and right there is the diamond. And the CXX line was owned by the old B&O. So here's where it starts. In Graham, then it travels through Boardman, then through Woodsworth, then there's the old coal mine right here. North Lima, which is their main headquarters. Then you got Columbiana County, or right there. And then there's Leaton, which was abandoned in 1948. You continue down some more and you go to Heston. And then Signal, which I believe now is their main headquarters for their main company, is Penn, Ohio, which is like a company that holds traction or construction, deconstruction debris. And here's Lisbon, but which was abandoned in 1942. Then you got your Signal, then you got Rogers, then you got Mill Rock, which I've seen videos of trains of Youngstown Southeastern working in Mill Rock, which is very, very cool. I recommend you go check them out on YouTube. And then you got the end of the line, Negley. And I believe this is an as-needed line. And then Amtrak XP&R Pennsylvania Railroad 2. So Amtrak does pass through East Palestine, which is interesting. And then Kennelton and Darlington. I wish they would consider like reopening this line, because then that would bring another train yard to Newcat, or another interchange point with Norfolk Southern. And here's are all the lines. So, and also here is another PNLE. It stands for Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, for those of you who are confused. At CP Graham, which is right here, right there is Norfolk Southern Hazleton Yard. And then, yeah. LEE stands for Lake Erie and Eastern. Hold on, folks, my door just opened. Dog, stay. What do you boys want? What? You want to say hi in the live stream? You boys want to say hi? Huh? You want to say hi, Kiko? You're a good dog. Alright, go. But yeah, apparently, once upon a time, Class 3 Railroad, Ohio Central System, went through Boardman in September 21st in 2005. I don't know if they still run their trains on the YNSC, but it's a thought. For those of you who are also wondering, it's a Jeep thing you wouldn't understand. Anyone heard of the East Palestine 6? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all have heard about the East Palestine derailment. It was all over the news, even on national news, even on CNN, believe it or not. And yeah, that's right there. And Negley's right there. What happened in East Palestine was just, a disaster that could have been prevented, but luckily the disaster wasn't, a lot worse. Alright. So, and here's another thing. While it may happen once or twice a year, on the morning of September 7th, 2008, YNS, or I say YNSE, got stabbed, also known as delayed, by the Ohio Central at CP Graham, which is, I don't know why it's called CP. When everyone says CP, I think of Canadian Pacific. But they're talking about this old, that's their line, and that's Norfolk Southern's Youngstown line, where the Ohio Central train is. And they pass that intersection, and they go over onto the main and back into the yard, or they continue going to the main down to another switch where they interchange with the CXX Railroad. And yeah, and here's another look at their line. This is just, like I said, this is just a short live stream. People normally don't know about the Youngstown Southeastern, so this is a little update. Sadly, GP, this one, number 18 and 8304, I forget the model, I think it was a GP10 I said earlier, are no longer with us. They got sold to another short line. I don't know when that happened. And here's another little bit of history. During its last full month of operating the YNS, the Ohio Central crew works the landfill siding in Negley, Ohio on October 10th, 2004. OC GP10 7574 worked with two Amtrak GP9s, Orange 7773 and Silver 770, along with Pittsburgh and Ohio GP11 1702. And here it is. Here's the photo. And then bottom right of 2019, right here. This is when they were working in Negley. Penn, Ohio Waste has two cranes which on the C and D material, construction and deconstruction from the cars, then is trucked up to the hill, the landfill, once the landfill cranes can be seen in the distance. Which I'm not entirely too sure where that is. And then here's another photo of them leaving the yard. But that's history of the live stream. If you're wondering what the magazine is called, it's called Railfan and Railroad. And this is when I got it, March 2020. Only $6.99. It is a subscription thing. Like here you can see like Asbury F units, page 30. All that fun stuff. And here's all that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.